Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at this Shell Energy. I wanted to come in today and just give you a little bit of advice with the frequencies that came in for today. Last night, I can see I didn't sleep anything. It was very intense. This feels like a very rapid frequencies to assist us, to help us, because everything comes in only to help us. Everything that shows up is just an offering to assist us, to help us. We choose how we want to use the frequencies. Today is 3 Tijax. Tijax is the obsidian blade, and the obsidian blade could be, a weapon, and or could be a tool for healing. So today is a very good day to start really consciously releasing more of the fear, more of the expectations and the prescriptions of how things should be or how things should work. And it's very difficult, especially now that people feel like, oh yeah, we're gonna go back to the normal, and then the normal is not really coming through. Is because the normal is not longer there. The old way is just there because some of us is still projecting it. That's the only reason it's still there, because the actual one is all gone, is done, and whatever is still left is just crumbling and it's not coming back. So today's frequencies with the 3, which is very powerful frequency, and the Tijax, the obsidian blade, just comes in to show you where do you need to cut and let it fly free, let it go free, be done with it. And the way they were showing me was like, imagine if you are in a party in your favorite place, and this party, and this is your favorite place, and this party plays your favorite song on a loop, and it's always playing the same song on a loop. And in this party, you only have your favorite people, and your favorite people are there because they also love this one song, and that's all there is. There's nothing else being offered. So how many dance moves can you learn new in this party, right? It's finite. There's just so many dance moves you can move to your favorite song, and there are just so many conversations, enlightening conversations that you can have with this group of people that are always in 100% agreement with your mind and and the music that you like. So there is just so much growth that could happen in this reunion, in this party, that you are dancing always the same song, which is your favorite song. So there's no challenge there. There is no growth. So obsidian blade comes through, cut to all these attachments to the all, and brings courage. The obsidian blade is also, the obsidian is the crystal of the warrior, and the one, and I never seen the warrior as the fighter, but I feel it as courage. So obsidian blade is the crystal of courage, to get out of this party. Okay, move out, open the door a little bit. Even if you're a little bit afraid, just open it a little bit and just look outside, okay? And start moving little bit by little in the outside, and have the courage to see what's out there, okay? So it's not familiar, it's not your favorite song, it's not your very favorite people, it's not your favorite surroundings, but have the courage to move through it and drop the expectations of how you want things to look like, because then it's very limiting. If you say this has to look this way and the universe is putting together a much bigger plan, then you're just limiting this. Just allow it to come your way, because it's always serving you. So dropping the expectations and dropping the prescriptions of how things should work, or what people should say and do, Stay in your lane. Not, you're trying to drive your own car. That's what I'm trying to say, especially tomorrow's frequencies also with 4KAWOQ. It's very supportive, but it's also very stormy. So you're staying in your own lane and let other people be in their own lane, and you drive in your car. And if you don't drive your car, who's gonna drive your car? Okay, so my way of dealing with the ego, you take your ego with much love and put it in the back seat, strap it safe and keep it there and drive your car. And if you are not used to driving your own car, making your own decisions from the inside out, running everything through your system, then it's okay. Sometimes your ego will jump and drive, and then you go back, and then you go forward, and like that. But it's a learning experience. The more you drive your car, the better you're going to get at navigating what's coming from the inside out. Okay, because the ego is always using and spinning stories from the past, so the ego will always try to bring forward stuff that happened in the past. And this is where we're walking away from. We're walking away from all the tools, all the stories from the past, because where we're moving to is brand new. And as we move through this brand new road, there will be rocks and there will be sticks in the road. These are just challenges. Just like we don't want this perfect road because we don't have growth, we don't expand. It's like always the same song. So we just understand that they are here just to show us, see them like, the triggers that we're going to be getting, see them with gratitude, because these are just red flags. The triggers are just red flags that show you where you still need to bring some light and integrate something that is still not quite settled and organic in your field. Clear it, integrate it with deep gratitude and love, and surrender and move forward with your car. Drive your own car. Okay, imagine you driving these little bumper cars, and then you get bumped with a rock, with a stick, or even on the side of the road. You need to go straight, which means align. So you have to align to your highest guidance. And my highest guidance will not be somebody else's highest guidance. It's not going to be my children's, it's not going to be my mother's, my father's. It's going to be just mine. So with deep love, you just do that and allow others to do the same. So if other people that you love, or you might not be terribly in love with, make different decisions on how they drive their cars, just allow that. Allow them their space, and you just love them. And no judgment to the way they drive their cars, and no judgment to how you drive your car. Because if you are listening to your own inner guidance, you can't really drive your car the wrong way. Sometimes the bumps seem bigger if you fall asleep in the wheel and allow the ego to come through and start driving the old way. Let me see, I take a little notes because this was coming in so quickly. They were showing me this party, and then they're showing me the cars. So now is the time that you need to really make sure that you're putting the ego, this way of dealing with your life prior to, let's say, 24 months ago, back in the seat, and take responsibility for how you're driving your car, and take responsibility of your own decisions and creations, and understand that what comes your way is only an offering. They are only the triggers, people or circumstances that come in your way for you to see inside what was the button that these triggers were pushing, and with gratitude go inside and arrange your field. If it needs to be rearranged, if it needs to be realigned, if it needs to be cleared, then you do that. Do the inner work. You do not jump out to the trigger and react, because there is nothing ever that you can fix outside before you fix your inside. So you always are from the inside out. You know, this is it's just, these were just coming in the last 2 days that people were having these triggers coming to the field, and they are upset because these people are telling them, this is just one of my friends, they're telling them how to live her life, and you know, how dare they do that, blah blah. And then this is just a red flag to go inside and see, are you mandating other people on how they should live their lives, what kind of decisions and choices they should be making. So is that why you get upset? Because this other person came in and with a totally different theme came in to tell her how to, you know, how she was doing something wrong, and how her beliefs were crazy, and she should be doing it this or that way. And then she's upset because she says, how dare do you know. No, you go back inside, get into your car, and check what were those buttons that were pushed, and be thankful for the person that came in and pushed them, because they show you where you still have to rearrange, clean, and align your field again. Okay, it's always from the inside out. You will never get success by dealing with the triggers right away out and try to fix the outside. Always come inside and fix it first. Yes, there are situations that require your action outside, but you first go in and feel and check what was it that was stirred up. Okay, and always remember, we are also moving through the forgiveness portal, this beautiful portal of forgiveness. Whatever you're ready to let go, because the more you forgive completely and absolutely without any strings attached, the lighter your car gets when you drive in this brand new road. Okay, so when you say, well, I'm going to forgive, but you know, then you're not really forgiving. You either forgive completely and absolutely and let go and free yourself, give that gift to you first, because then it creates ripples in the field and goes out to everything you encounter. But when you forgive completely and absolutely, your car, your path, your journey gets much lighter, and then you encounter that back to yourself. Okay, so you encounter this complete and absolute forgiveness for yourself, because all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. Everything that we see outside and we feel difficulty forgiving is because there is something that we find difficult to forgive in ourselves. And sometimes the work is not easy, and it's fine, it's okay. If you don't want to do the work now, it's okay. Just know that your car will be a little bit heavier coming through the next couple of months. That's why we have this portal, this incredible portal of forgiveness, is so that we travel the rest of this year much lighter, because time and space is getting really funky. So you might feel more tired because you're carrying a lot of stuff without enough gasoline in your car. You're gonna need gasoline in your car, and to me the gasoline is the connection that you do every day. If you don't have a practice, a spiritual practice every day, get one, because that's gonna be your gasoline, and it's gonna be very crucial for the rest the next few months. You want to have a good alignment, good connection, you know, guidance from the inside out. Remember what I said like 6 months, 8 months ago, that this was the year of inner guidance, when our inner compass was given to us. You were playing with the inner compass all last year when we were and full stop, and you know, and everybody stopped and was in their home, or was all, you know, strange with this pandemic situation. everybody was given more time to play with their own inner guidance, because this year there was no more playing. This year we had to make choices and decisions based on what is good for us, not for what is good for everybody, because when we do that, the same thing, we create the ripples and goes out. Okay, we come in and are aligned and we create the ripples. So that's our job. If you want to do things better, then for everybody, you show up authentically and make your choices based on what is good for you. And you drive your own car, your little bumper car, with responsibility of how you're steering this. Make sure that you're paying attention and be responsible. And make sure that you are aware that whatever comes your way in this road that is brand new, we left that party that always played the same music and the same people, because we did all the growth that we could on that place and it's done. So here we need to move in. And yes, some people are afraid of uncertainty, but uncertainty also brings this feel of full potentiality. It's like you can create so much stuff and so much goodness and so much healing, and all these wonderful things could happen also when we are moving into a field of uncertainty. When you are afraid, it's because you are projecting something from the past that had happened before, when you were uncertain of something and something bad happened. So that is just things from the past and projecting the old again. So you want to drop all those versions. You want to always make sure that you are moving through your path with the highest and most updated version of yourself there is, so that is in the now moment, in the present moment, not in the past, no way ahead in the future, just in the present moment. And just do things the best you can without judging yourself and others, and understand that we are moving to discover more and more of ourselves as we move through the triggers that are coming. Okay, so the triggers come so that we can discover more and more of ourselves, not about other people and other people's choices and how other people's need to live their lives, because that is their responsibility. Okay, so what comes our way is it's just about how we drive ourselves in our own lane. Okay, as stormy as it gets, that's what we need to pay attention. You drive your car, you see what's in front and continue driving. And as long as you do that the best way you can't harm others, and you cannot make a wrong turn or decision because you're 100% on the wheel. Yes, you may get a little bumps here and there in case you take a nap and then the ego comes and start driving your car. But as long as you're paying attention and you're aligned with your heart frequency, which aligns with the higher mind frequency and aligns with your power center, it's all a beautiful alignment. You will be okay. Do not be afraid. Don't worry. Have courage. Tomorrow, this stormy frequency that I feel is nothing but to continue washing away what we can cut away today. Today, what we cut with the obsidian blade gets washed off tomorrow. And sometimes when something gets washed off and we were not 100% ready to let go, it's like, oh my God, how you messed up this beautiful sweater in the laundry, and it's like, oh, I love this sweater, it got messed up. It's just let it go. There'll be more sweaters on the path. Okay, so try to again use this forgiveness portal to the fullest. Search in your field what else you can forgive. Don't be having grudges and resentments with people for 50 years, or that your parents got divorced 75 years ago and they're already dead and you still can't handle that. It's time to let go. Don't be having issues with people that are in other countries or even in another planes of existence. It's time to let it go, because things will feel much heavier if you're carrying all these past this forgiveness portal. Okay, this is like a big opportunity to surrender it with gratitude and thank you for the experience, because it makes you grow. Even if there was some suffering through this experience, we suffer, but we also come out of suffering with more knowledge. We come out of suffering with more courage. We come out of suffering with insight. We come out of suffering sometimes with seeing, how strong we are, how much lighter we became, because now we understand what, we didn't need to care and carry, anymore. So yes, we could have suffering with other people or situations or places, and it's time to let it go and just forgive for everything, absolutely everything, because the gifts will continue with us. And once we forgive, we let go of all that old, and our path becomes lighter. So my wish to you is that this weekend, that we're moving through these frequencies that are coming in a little bit very fast and stormy, just allows you to understand that, like my garden, I say my garden is in this jungle stage because it's been so humid here in central Jersey, so humid, and all this rain. So when you go out, yes, I got a lot of bug bites, but it's so beautiful, it's so green. So it's like, it's not about positive thinking, it's about aligning. You just align yourself to the best that you can be, to your truest version of yourself, to who you are. That's what I said. Do not identify with anything else other than your seed source. Even if some things feel very enticing, it's okay. You do have this multidimensionality around you of all your higher levels and helpers, but you are here like I am here as Janina. Okay, so I am here to express me as the I am would express as Janina. So just drive your car, stay in your lane, confront the triggers by going inside to clear what was the day stir up, and then continue driving in deep gratitude for whoever served as the trigger, they brought you the trigger or show you a trigger. Okay, so the best for you in this 3 Tijax moving into 4KAWOQ. Just open your eyes, pay attention on the road, and stay centered, and let other people drive their own cars. Don't tell anybody how to drive. Don't tell anybody how to take care of their cars. And you just do your own path in your own journey. And with that, I leave you with deep blessings. Thank you for being here with your open heart and open mind. Divine blessings, my angels. Namaste.